The children sat in the fancy restaurant. Found it difficult to behave. Now, let's have a look at this sentence and we will try to see if it's correct or incorrect. The children sat in the fancy restaurant, found it difficult to behave. The children. That's a subject. Great. And the verb sat. That's a verb. Let's give it the green color. So the children, subject, sat, verb. In the restaurant, found it. Well, that's another verb. When I look at it like that, the children sat in the fancy restaurant, found it difficult to behave. Oh my God, that's completely wrong. Why? We've got two verbs, one subject, no connector. That's a mistake. You can't have two verbs in a sentence without a connector. So the children sat, that's a verb, and found, that's a verb. Well, the right answer is, we need to think of the original form of that sentence. This sentence originally was like this. Let me show you the original form of this sentence. Look at this one. Originally, this sentence was like this. The children who sat. Oh my God, that's fantastic. The children who sat in the fancy restaurant found it difficult to behave. Now it is correct. Why correct? Because we added a connector. We added this connector. Very important. So this connector made the sentence correct. Can we make it correct in another way? Oh sure, yes we can. Look at this one. We can say the children, and instead of sat, we can say the children sitting in the fancy restaurant found it difficult to behave. So we have two choices. We can use who sat, which is the normal form, and we can reduce the adjective clause, which means that we can take who away and make the verb into a present participle, and in this case the sentence is correct. So we can make it correct by adding the connector, which is who, or by making the verb into a present participle or verb plus ing. Another example. Now another example. Look at this one. The brand new Cadillac, comma, purchasing less than 2 weeks ago was destroyed in the accident. Fantastic. The brand new Cadillac, purchasing less than 2 weeks ago, was destroyed in the accident. Now, the brand new Cadillac, that's a subject. Great. And the verb, was destroyed, that's a verb. And what about the adjective clause? The adjective clause is reduced, which is purchasing less than 2 weeks ago. Let's give it a different color here, something like green. Okay, fantastic. So the brand new Cadillac, purchasing less than 2 weeks ago, was destroyed in the accident. We say that this sentence is completely incorrect. Why? Because look at the subject. The subject is the brand new Cadillac. What is Cadillac? Cadillac, that's a car. It's a car. Now, how can I say that a car is able to purchase? Because purchasing means buying. And the car doesn't buy. The car can be bought, but it cannot buy, which means that there is a problem here in the meaning. The problem here is the meaning. The structure does not serve the meaning here. Because I can't say that the brand new Cadillac buying, because the car cannot buy, the car is bought, which means that the original sentence was something like this. Let me show you that. Let's say that this was the original sentence. Look at this one. The brand new Cadillac, which was purchased less than 2 weeks ago, was destroyed in the accident. This is the correct original sentence. The brand new Cadillac, which was purchased less than 2 weeks ago, was destroyed in the accident. If we want to reduce this adjective clause, we are going to drop which was, and the sentence will be: the brand new Cadillac purchased less than 2 weeks ago was destroyed in the accident. That's correct. But this first one here is incorrect. Why incorrect? Because we said purchasing. We can't say purchasing when I talk about a car. I can't say a car is purchasing. Okay, the meaning is incorrect. Fantastic. Another example. The fans who supporting the teams, the fans who supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. The fans who supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. Fantastic. How can we solve this one? The fans who supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. Now let's analyze the sentence in order to know if it's correct or incorrect. Now we've got the fans, that's a subject. Fantastic. And then we've got come out. Well, that is a verb. So the fans who supporting the teams always come out. Now we need to have a look at the adjective clause. This is the adjective clause. Who supporting the teams. Let's give it the red color here. So the fans who supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. Is it correct or incorrect? We say that it is completely incorrect. Why? Look at the adjective clause. Who supporting the teams. We find that who is a connector. Okay, well that's great. Supporting, is it a verb? No, it is not a verb. Why it is not a verb? Because we said before that the present participle is not a verb. For the present participle to be a verb, it needs to be preceded by verb to be. And this is a case that we don't have here. So in order to make this sentence correct, all what we need to do is to add are. So in this case, the sentence will be: the fans who are supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. Now, can we fix this sentence in a better way or in another way? Yes, we can. We can drop who are, all of it. So the sentence becomes: the fans supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. Because we said before that when we want to reduce, we need to drop the connector and we drop verb to be. And we add ing to the verb. We make it, like a present participle, so it becomes: the fans supporting the teams always come out to the games in large numbers. Look at this example here. The suspect can be seen in the photographs were just released by the police. Fantastic. The suspect can be seen in the photographs were just released by the police. Now we need to analyze this sentence. The suspect, that's a subject, can be seen, well, that is a verb. Great. So the suspect, that's a subject, can be seen, that's a verb. And then we have in the photographs were just released. Oh my god, were just released, that's another verb. Well, that's a problem, because we have two verbs, no connector, one subject. That's a big problem. So how can we make it correct? We make it correct by making were just released by the police an adjective clause. And how can we make that? Now look at this. The suspect can be seen in the photographs were just released by the police. Let me show you the sentence. But this time I'm going to write it correctly. Look at this one. The suspect can be seen in the photographs which, or that, were just released by the police. In this case, which is a connector, and it's the beginning of the adjective clause. Can we fix the sentence in a different way? Yes, sure we can, using reduction. Look at this one. We can say, the suspect can be seen in the photographs just released by the police, because we said before that when we want to apply reduction, we drop the connector, which is which, and we drop verb to be, which is where. Okay, so the suspect can be seen in the photographs just released by the police. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Shadi Abu Yusuf, and I'm looking forward to meeting you, inshallah, in another TOEFL skill. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now. Assalamu alaikum.